Hey, good afternoon everybody. Welcome to this SWO Signals channel. So hey, I'm going to make a video here on how I construct and set up my MLA 30 antenna. So I purchased another one. I have two that I use currently, but I purchased another one as a spare because a rodent chewed through one of my cables before, and I had to buy another one anyways. I couldn't repair the cable, it was trashed. So I ordered another one, and this is what it came with. It came with, of course, the cable here, right here. A cable there, real thin cable, and has a you know, the typical MSA connector on it there, there. And this is the box that the antenna attaches to, and you can see where the wire goes in there. A lot of people have modified this box by cutting this out and attaching a BNC connector, and then do the soldering inside there and use like an RG58 coax for a better low loss signal. Not going to do that on this one. I may do that on another one of my other ones just to see, but if I ruin it, then I have this as a spare, but I'm not too good at soldering or anything like that, so I may attempt it, but we'll know. And then of course the bias T with the little USB cable to power it. I plan on using a power pack to test it when we get it all done. And of course the loop antenna comes right there. And what I'm going to do is I have a 3.5 foot piece of PVC right here. That's 3/4 inch. I'll lay that right here, and I'm going to attach the antenna to that. I also have a cap right here, and I'll show you why I have this cap for the PVC. So what I did is I cut a slit in the top. You can see that. Basically what that's going to do is going to secure the antenna in there. I don't use like twist ties or anything. I just cut the slit and then put the top over that. Once I get the mount, or once I get the little loop antenna into the slit, I just put the cap on there. I don't glue it or nothing, and it's perfectly fine. I have it on my other two antennas as well to kind of keep the antenna in place and protect it from water getting in there, that type of thing. And how I'm going to mount this, I'm going to basically, I want to be able to use this for portable use, maybe out at the park on a Saturday where I can scan the bands, or maybe out here in the yard if I'm testing or want to do a video out here. So in order to mount this, I'm going to use an umbrella holder, which a beach umbrella holder, which I have here. And this is a little bigger than I needed. This is about maybe 1/2 inch or 1 inch. So the pipe will fit in there. I'll just have to tighten this little nut right here pretty tight to hold that smaller pipe. And of course you just turn it by way of these things here, and you just screw it in the ground. So that's my plan for today. And get this all. I'm gonna go step by step and get this thing mounted. Let's have some fun, guys. So if you're wondering how I got the slit in there, I don't have like a pipe cutter or nothing. I just have a hacksaw. So I cut the pipe with a hacksaw and then started the slit with the hacksaw. And then it was, of course, too thin because the hacksaw blade is real thin. So it was too thin for the wire to actually fit in there. So what I did is I took my drill and I put a little bit on there, and then widened the slit with the drill bit. That way the wires should fit perfectly. So the MLA 30 comes with these little screws here. You can see they're quite small, and these are what you use to attach the box to the pipe. So mainly what I do is I take a Sharpie marker or some sort of marking device, and I make holes. I put it on the pipe, you know, about where it wants to be, and I make the holes, or the marks on the pipe, those little, you know, little hole right there, the middle hole. And then what I do is I drill it. I drill a pilot hole in there, because sometimes, you know, trying to drill a screw itself into a pipe without a pilot hole is a problem, and I don't want to lose that in the grass out here. So use this little drill bit here. I'm going to drill some little holes, mark it, and attach this this box to the pipe here. So this right here, this is the MLA 30 that I've been using for my SDR, and I'm going to try to kind of model the same thing. I'm going to try to drill that pipe around the same area to see if that's the right height. So one thing I wanted to show you is the antenna does the loop antenna here. Hope you can see that little spot there. That's where the screw goes through, and of course it goes into those on the box where the wing nuts are. So in order to get proper, you know, the round of the loop, this is, of course, it's not full here. I'm holding both pieces. So in order to get the roundness I want, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to put it in the slit on the pipe, and then kind of mark where I want the box on the pipe based on how round I want the loop, if that makes any sense. Hope it does. And alright, so what I'm attempting to do is I'm trying to see how round I can get this, and of course it's giving me issues, but I went ahead and attached the cap real quick, just temporarily. I noticed that I have to make the hole or the slit deeper so the cap can fit completely on the pipe, but I'll do that. So basically what I want to do is I want to see where this is going to sit on the pipe to make it more round, because the wire is going to go on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the wires on this loop here in a minute, and then we can adjust it up and down to get the proper roundness of the antenna, mark it, and drill it. Alright, so I've used the wing nuts here just temporarily, just to hold the wire. Not sure if you can see, you know, as you move it up and down, the wire moves, of course. So I'm going to find the sweet spot per se, mark it, and looks to be about all right there. I may have to come down a little bit. As you can see here, it's kind of bowing out a little bit, more like that, I think. And I'll mark it and drill it. And next step. Okay, so I've marked it right here, bottom and top. So I'm going to take those screws. I obviously used a bit that's quite a bit smaller than those screws, so they can, you know, go into the PVC and hold. But I'm going to put the box on the pole. Alright, so there is the box screwed to the pipe. And I think it goes without saying, when you're screwing into pipe, you don't want to over jam it with a, you know, power drill, because you'll make the hole too big and the box will fall off. So I would suggest, once you get the screw in the hole, you use a regular screwdriver to kind of tighten it down a little bit. But it's pretty secure, no issues. So on to the next step. Okay, so I had to make the slit a little deeper there for the cap to fit on 100%. So you have your wire inserted in the slit, and down here, attached to the box by the wing nuts on the sides there. And I'm going to put the cap on, and I'll do the next step. So I'll take the cap on. So the cap's up there. You can see the cap just rests on the wire, and doesn't let any water in, nothing like that. So that's all done. So now we're gonna, I think what I'm gonna do is, I have like a little cup holder or a cup hook that I'm gonna put maybe down here somewhere where my foot is, down there maybe, or maybe up here somewhere, just to coil the wire up when I'm not using it, so it's not all hanging out and everything like that. So we'll put that in, and we'll hook her up to the beach holder, umbrella holder, and maybe we'll run some tests. Okay, be back in a minute. So here's a little cup holder, or cup hook I should say. Let's drill a little hole in there, screw that little hook in there, and basically what will happen is when I'm not using it, I'll just, well, granted it's going to be a little thinner than that, like the actual winding, would be a little thinner, so it would fit right in there, and that way I can just attach it to there, throw it in the back of my truck, and be on my way. Alright, so here it is, assembled on the piece of PVC, temporarily placed here just for the video with the beach umbrella holder, and it's pointed to northeast southwest like my other ones. And I'm gonna unreel it, and I'm gonna go get my extension cable, and I'm going to hook the extension cable in, bring the power pack out here, power up the little bias T, and do some tests on a radio and just see how it performs. Be right back. Alright, so here I got the power pack that I'm going to run the bias T on. Got my 990X, and of course the cable to plug it into the 990X that goes into the antenna. So let's go get the bias T and hook her up. Alright, so just an explanation here. So I bought this cable here off Amazon. It's a SMA male, or I'm sorry, SMA female on one end, and then of course it has the jack to plug into the radio, and the antenna comes with this little cable here, and this cable, the end of this cable, goes into here, into the receiver. Of course, when I get the antenna unraveled, the antenna will go right here. Don't reverse them, because if you reverse them and turn it on, you're going to blow this thing up. So once you plug it in with this into the power pack, it does have, right there is the power, where the power cord goes in right here. Sorry, right there. And that of course goes into there in the USB. So I'm going to go ahead and unravel the antenna wire, see if it reaches way over here. I'm underneath the tree in my yard, so kind of in the shade here. So we'll see. Okay, so here we are. We have the cable going to the receiver, and we have this cable going out to the antenna way over there. And I have my power pack here, and there's a B around here. So wonderful. So I have the USB plugged in here. I'm going to plug this into the power pack, and hopefully the green light will come on. So we'll see if I can plug it in right. Alright, so we have a green light, and that's a good thing. So we're going to see if we can put this down here on the ground just for a second. Leave it down here, and I'm going to bring up the 990H or 8990 from Texan and plug it in here. Hopefully the bee won't sting me. Get out of here, buddy. Like my perfume or something. Sweat. Alright, so we were out here. So got it all set up here. So we're going to turn it on. Hopefully you can see the screen. And we're going to put it on external here. And there's New York radio, 8846.
We are allowed to deviate 50 miles left labor, of course, back on course by James. We'll report back on with you, United 1664.
So let's see if we can tune WWV. That's not coming in at all. Good. Try 10,000. Of course, nothing there. So try New York radio 13297. Just some static there. So with these antennas, you have to basically turn them to the null point so you can null out the noise. Now where I have it over there, I've never had an antenna over there, so I'm not quite sure if that would even be a good spot for it. But it was just temporary to see if it works at all, and it did. So we were able to bring in New York radio there, 8846. So I have it currently said pointed northeast southwest like the other two that I have. And just to see, I may just fiddle around with it a little bit more and see. But hey, I hope you liked that video. again, we'll walk over to the antenna and we'll just do a follow-up comment here. Let me pause. Okay, so again, 3/4 inch PVC at 3 foot, cut it 3 feet, and cut a slit in the top deep enough to hold the wire so I could put the cap on the top to secure the wire. Secured the box on the PVC with the 2 screws that came with the kit. Use the appropriate wing nuts there to secure the antenna to the box, and then of course place the pipe in an umbrella holder just to secure the pipe, and of course ran the coax out to the chair where I was just sitting. So it's a pretty simple thing to do. I did include the cup hook right there so I could roll the antenna wire up when I'm not using it, and I plan on just taking this maybe out on a Saturday to the park and popping it up and see what it does. I do prefer to run just the telescopic in acquired environment, but I've never had an MLA 30 in acquired environment at all, so I'd like to try it just to see what it does. And I'm thinking that this one, at least this placement here, is probably not going to be adequate, just because I have power lines, as you can see right there. So it's only a yard away, my neighbor's yard. So it's probably drawing in a lot of that interference, I would think. So I may have to place it back over by my shed, where I have the other 2 over here. You walk over here, and these are far enough away, obviously, from the from the power lines. So this is the one again I use for my SDR, and then this one up here is the one I use for my radios. No difference, same antenna, just different heights. 3 foot, that's a 10 foot. So hey, if you like that video, give it a thumbs up and give some comments, and let me know what you think, and hope you have a great day, everybody.